My name is Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya. We'll be come to you the program this morning, and with me in the studios I get three gentlemen. Them way go can help me for discuss the major stories that we make the headlines this week. With that, we'll start off with Solomon Sundu. We now the executive director of Be Found. Good morning, Mr. Sundu. It's a pleasure for getting at the studio.
Good morning, Regina. Good morning, listeners and viewers.
TGI Friday.
Oh yes, thank God it's Friday, and you know we wade into this business. Yeah. We always tell God thank you for see this day today, Friday. We na day we all for rest, but the sad in part we not go win the game for Salone. Now we on trouble.
I don't even talk about the game because you know it's sweet. I mean, you know it's sweet in Liberia. You know we. But again, we normally can say it is what it is. Otin, good morning. It's a pleasure for getting at the studio.
Good morning, Reginald, and good morning to listeners that out there.
All right. So today's World Mental Health Day. So we are going to factor that into our conversation. Shortly, I guess also get James Kamara Mane. Good morning, Mane. It's a pleasure for getting you.
Good morning, Reginald. Good morning, viewers and listeners out there.
Weekend without the Premier League. How are you about that for you?
It's tough, you know. It's very boring.
So mine not like international window.
No, I love international windows, you know, but especially when the country not able for win, so you know give me joy. Especially when I take about 8 hours for go Liberia, you know, now all the fast and go and come back 8 hours, 16 hours, you know, and then when I not win, it's bad, you know. But we appreciate on effort on
the journey can definitely be long. You need to know how he lost game. Thank you so much, gentlemen. And very quickly, let's go to the review of the various newspaper inside the program this morning. Remember, if you just tune in, you listen to the Epic Morning Show review segment, and we review the biggest stories of the week. With that, I start out my first speaking at the Premier News newspaper. We got a big banner headline: airports accused of withholding millions in local tax. And also we have there's a photo of the old Lunga International Airport in the front page. We also have Shabue Mende Musical Heritage Echoes Across Generation. And also in the front page we have SLLCA and Sierra Leone Mineral Holding signed landmark local content agreement. And finally, Salone target 78% electrification with 2.2 billion mission 300. Well, drivers faces cut over alleged 38,000 new loans fraud. All of this story and more, plus businessmen demanded over alleged $10,000 theft at Parliament. All you will get now the front page of the Premier News newspaper.
With me, I get the Concord Times newspaper. The main banner headline story reads: drug abuse, mental health crisis worsen. How Leone Rock is contributing to human capital development and infrastructure in Tonkolili. We also get Bakar Umar wins over 553,000 in Maki draw. In Magistrate Court, family clashes over estate property. Psychiatric chief warns mental health progress must expand beyond Freetongue. All this story you go find now the Concord Times newspaper.
Away from the Concord Times newspaper, with me I get the Global Times newspaper publication. We get Tim Kaba chairs ECOWAS extraordinary session in Abuja. There is a photo of Timothy Kaba on the front, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, on the front page of the Global Times newspaper. We also have VP Julde Jallo assures NGOs. There is a photo of VP Julde Jallo on the front page of the Global Times newspaper. We have EU visits capitals, food, and finally biomedical engineers to be trained in Sierra Leone. All of this story and more, they are the Global Times publication for today.
And with me, I get the Standard Times newspaper. It's a robbery with aggravation, 4 on remand. The main banner headline story: Office of the Ombudsman misleading claims. Milti Magai Technical University fires back. We get $10,000 theft at Parliament. Businessman relocated. All the story you can find at the Standard Times newspaper.
All right, thank you so very much. Well, that's all we have for. We have time for in today's own EMS review segment, and we review the biggest local stories of the week. With that, I'll go quickly to the topics, gentlemen. So the National Disaster Management Agency, NDMA, there is serious safety concern over the Wilkinson Road Sierra Leone Commercial Bank building. According to NDMA, they don't see that building. They are the risks of collapse, and then they ask that the bank or the one they really use that building, they try for evacuate. They will try for connect somebody from NDMA for tell we when they do the risk assessment visits and how they resolve into that one. And also in the program, so the Freetown on claim bodies, we can call daily body them. I mean the number don't rise from 146 to 221 as unknown men body been found and dead near Connaught Hospital. So the number don't rise now from 146 to 221. We asked a question, what is the government doing about this? And also raising the alarm, is mental health a call for concern in Sierra Leone? We'll have to discuss about it. Today's World Mental Health Day, by the way, October 10, and Salone joined the rest of the countries across the globe for celebrate World Mental Health Day. So we did look at if mental health now a call for concern as Salone. That is also going to be factored. And finally, Dr. Kande Yumkela, we are the sector lead on the energy sector, and also the chairperson for CRET, when are the climate change and renewable energy. They don't go unveil the roadmap for the Mission 300 energy project. We will bring come to a sound bite of Dr. Kande Yumkela in the program as well. That will come up shortly. But quickly before we go, let's take some messages there. Before I can tell me guess them, let's take some messages there also. So well, the LPM is coming from Orange, running out of data, not anymore. With the Orange data bundle, you get daily, weekly, and monthly options to match your budget. All prices drop. Stay connected for work, school, or just scrolling through your social.
Epic Radio.
Dial star 800 # or buy on the Maxit app today. Orange data your way every day. Gentlemen, let's start off with the conversation, and with that we will take the first one. Well, on claim bodies, the number don't increase from 146 to 221. We don't raise some serious concern. That was given to us by the mayor of the municipality of Freetown, which is our worship Ivonaki. So I say don't beg 221 unidentified bodies or destitute, and he also don't call urgently on the attention of the Ministry of Internal Affairs and other bodies for look into this. Before I start with Otin on this one, Mr. Sundu, we don't lose more lives than even the Mpox. The amount of people we don't die now due to well, I cannot some due to drug or other related substance and all, but these unclaimed bodies, the total number is now 221, and we've not really seen, a national emergency being looked into this and all. It seems like is government really paying attention?
Oh yes, government
to this one. Where do we point the fingers of blame, Mr. Sunda?
Well, I don't want to point finger or blaming. We all know the roles of each and every.
But we are losing lives every day.
Yes, I'm coming. We all know the role. Yeah, we get what we call decentralization. Yeah, na Freetown. We know say the mayor na the mayor of the municipality.
So
right?
Responsibility for people.
Yes. So for me, it get for work with the sanitary inspectorate. We all see I make waiting at the happen when this Kush business starts. I could recall a lot of dead cops be there within Connaught. Take up upon himself, they do that one day. Before that, they do then kind good and day. But one single mistake when they go, bury somebody, then say that person they either out of the freezer and cake, then call them to parliament. So for me, I think say the mayor, get for work with relevant institution. I make me say we don't need politicking. All ministries, departments, and agencies get your role for play. But when some tiapu want for put on the main central of government, and these are parts, they are integral. So the mayor has to take the bull by its own. Now this is what they say, don't politicize issue. Make sure you do the relevant. We don't know say destitute people. Let me tell you, what kind of this turn on it? I want to tell you from Eastern Police towards the animals, all in shops away they see. Look there, go down Malamatomo Street. Kana Rodin Street, take Kanasiaka Stephen Street, now next make you see how people in the sleep na streets. Now that's how you know say really people in the na this tongue when it's reach na in then they go sleep. So a lot of things then they we need for be done. Then I'll not go left also the social welfare. Now make I say we need collaborative effort. Yeah. So for me, the mayor, the Ministry of Social Welfare, think say that collaboration then for they into. Not to by who should do this and who not to do it. Now info take the lead.
221, like I tell you, lives here we don't lose. It's a concern for you also. I mean, lost one person, not talking about over 200 people every don't be on claim bodies them every other day. You see them across the street. Don't you think it's high time that the central government take interest in this? The mayor have been whistleblowing this. I mean, time after time, written a letter to the Minister of Internal Affairs. The last time, Sinesi, then they get good working relationship with the mayor and all when at the head of the burial team na cannot. But again, the other bodies away for calm work, the Ministry of Health and Sanitation and other implementing bodies not only work with the mayor in this fight. And the mayor don't say if the number keep for increase, then himself not doing and himself go drop the bull bite on, and these bodies will be across the community. And the worst on this, we have that number gone already within a couple of months. Do you think it's about time that His Excellency, I mean, take interest in this matter? Someone in the bodies, and the last time Parliament called, but after they call, they not do any other follow up again for see how they can able for stop it, because if we lost lives, like so, even among the MPOX we just come, I mean, we've lost more life than the MPOX. In fact, I know largely will be related to drugs or other related activities, but don't you think it's about time that the president try for gets some solution to this, because it seems as if it's going out of control?
All life matters. We na human rights defenders, advocates. Every life.
No, nobody's advocating for this.
We are, but you don't say the last time we put out, me do on the good governance. A few weeks back. These are the issues. May I deal with topical issues. This issue come up at who is who to call into this. Pointing finger. That make us say we don't need politicking in all of this. We need
politics by this.
Oh yes, because if the mayor they talk say they no one for work with them, you self go for ask a question. Why instead no one work with others? That's the 1 million question you need to ask. Not until you don't see this really around. From 2018 we don't see who is to do this, who is to do that. To talk about cleaning at this free tour. We see how the cleaning business be go. All of a sudden saboteur can inside. I don't want to put politics in this. I agree with you. Yes, the president is the president, but we get people that we're responsible for different tasks. Yeah. For me, one life, now serious life for Sierra Leoneans. Right. Yeah, so we need for put attention, and me will use this opportunity for we call on the bodies that were responsible for make them pay attention. So don't mention a net. If you work on this, most of the authorities they work not think they work safe. Okay. But me they didn't say 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I can say you
this. See things.
Yeah, they see things.
All right, I'll come back to you shortly. Let me come to Francis D.W. Hutton, a journalist and all. Francis, the total number now for unclaimed bodies rise to 221. How concerning is this, and where do you point the finger of blame?
Well, at our point, because the last time I'm there, I point specifically because I remember 2 or 3 weeks back when I was there, you found out, we say, why now the mayor decide for take up the claim, because it's her city. Now, only 2 weeks back he began comment on this issue, and before 2 weeks back, Mayor to Reginald knows say people already don't be the night streets. The question of for ask now is NDMA day, because most of the one where they die in that streets, not all of them, but most of them are drug related issues. Then people where they die from either drug abuse or
can we attribute them to drug
abuse? Yes, I get somebody where say we need to tell you who they get with us, but a close person they tell me say. And most of them bodies, then the way that they care gonna come out, half of them are drug related issues. So the question comes again is what NDMA they do for partner with the local government for make sure say that they work together, gets the mayor, gets the Minister of Internal Affairs, put them at the table and say, okay, this now we don't come off from now overuse of drugs, now they die. Wait to get for use for stop then things then they, and you notice it interestingly. the moments when I don't know Reginald, people can correct me if I'm wrong, but the moment where the mayor begin comment on the death of the individuals and you notice that every other body will be referred towards the drug issue automatically went silent. And while I say went silent, they talk about from 2 weeks back, while Sidom na this same medium and call out the mayor, say for me it somehow seems like not only like for political favor, something now make it a comment about an Ayatokam. But from that, they were talking now to date. When you follow the trend, you find out say most of these agencies just went silent and they stop for the focus on how we can able to tackle anything there. We see the alarming rate of people that they hang themselves. Na net, na Waterloo. Me that thing they went out with
committing suicide.
Yes, sir. It horrible. It really horrible. For me, they see young people and people them of potential, bro. They walk apart from in footway swelly. They see say in body structure look healthy.
Wow.
Now somebody, if you not be put on pan drugs, bro, if I don't be do something very developmental of something where they make the content today they go before. So the question comes is what are we doing to engage these young people and the mindset? How will they get them back for tell them, say, bro, this all is not lost. You know what I mean? Say because of, you know, and I will make things work out one way. I can tell people them life is not easy. The challenge where young people that they get today now. Me party before the council this morning, they asked me, say, go out in Akebu catch 10 grand quick, my buy cookery. That's the basic problem. We have to go back and make sure, say, the young man, instead of the big 10 grand, because equivalent to the same price where they sell kush, by the way. So now another alarming thing, and everybody have to be aware.
You know, like, me say we left 5 a.m. this morning, and you see some of these kush boys in there. I mean, 5 o'clock, imagine,
you know, until that,
this person a victim this morning. You know, say the next sellers, in fact, that's Sunday. Now that rest
well, can I tell you, me area for just buttress with it. So, sorry, this every morning I be don't use like me area where they come out and come. I see them body
for dash money.
For dash money, but I say, me your money back now. They take for Kango fry me. Where you give them at the end of the day? I go meet them before by this side they all get. I say, wow. You know the big end. So for just buttress
so for compliment me when man say angry now I say okay well and see na be the junction I may also be there. I say Lord just reach to that baby where they sell the cookery. I say I not get cash but the baby trust me so get rest while I come back also they come out more sparse na bank or I check na my orange money waiting there I go cash out and buy farm. But moving aside from that conversation, it's what we are doing to engage young people mind. It seems the mind of young people and all become so fragile is that they don't trust the system any longer that man and us they end up on drugs. And at the end of the day, when these guys die, you know they say anybody they walk to and before that the way the money me I sorry I know about all this one in is that the news where they flaunt around all over the media now, everybody in focus now is arresting this musician or accusing this person is that all them things them it's what the police is doing. Police we don't see Boku people and then they say this person and this person is of interest. How much investigation is being done into their individuals and they for make sure so battle this alarming thing where they happen because most of them not treat the day. When my colleague Gigi Nona they talk about bodies and they drop Reginald go at 3 o'clock morning you see what I'm talking about. You go faster for say go Abacha walk out from St. John and Annette go all the way Shell. I'll tell you you'll see body people that they sleep not okay. There was a body where be they Sanda Street nearby that petrol station near the government Nigerian we get they sell lights where they call Johnny. Pass where Johnny get for pay in your money, make the car with truck for can pull that body they that body they the person died in a net. The body there and at 10 o'clock with that bra ready for opening shop. Now that's when they book clear the body. This is the question. Me, I say I'm not under the same business. So I walk in the streets at night. I do my own investigation for myself. Try for reach out, and then I go shockingly because now my mind I feel this on these people the way they die mostly. Okay, yes, they are destitute, but I be feel to say not just homeless people. But at the end of the day, I can't find out say they're not just homeless, but most of them end up on drugs and other drugs where they use. Now they kill most of them because drugs and coal not they combine. Regina. Yeah. You need for eat healthy and at the same time you need for keep your body at a regular temperature state when you involve in them things and when you take drugs and being out in the cold, it's another thing. So the question is everybody need for come on board. Me this time around, and I'll begin point who this is. Everybody has to come on board because it's equally alarming as the
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We go to another story. Usai, the National Disaster Management Agency, NDMA, though raised some serious concern. Well, with regards the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank building with the now Wilkisi Road between Abadi Road Junction and close to Pump Line, and they don't say that building they are the risks of collapse, and then put out this one. So quickly that we don't try by all possible means for reach on to them, but all we efforts not proof or be adequately. We are still trying to call them. But by the way, look, read this news right up with and do. So the National Disaster Management Agency, NDMA, don't raise serious safety concern following the recent structural risk assessment that found the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank SLCB building on Wilkinson Road to be in critical condition and at risk of collapse. The 7-story building located at the Busy Wilkinson Aberdeen Road intersection shows significant deterioration, including large cracks, damaged beams, and widespread water seepage, and indicating severe structural instability. The NDMA Directorate of Risk Reduction and Preparedness conducted the urgent assessment after receiving the multiple reports of the visible damage to the structure, which houses numerous staff and receive frequent visitors. So this is the write-up that we had from the NDMA. We've tried to call them, but we're not able to reach onto them on this one. But before I can to soon do Otin, I'm sure so you don't see that building there now, Wilkinson Road, and we see bloggers, and in fact now they start this fight, bloggers, and they say, but bloggers, we are not raising this issue. They will just be say the building not paint, it not look good for a bank with the occupier, and that is a busy place. People go there to make deposits, to withdraw money, and all, and NDMA, they say the beam they don't crack, and a lot of other things. I can't just do a short one on this, but do you think the NDMA late for do the inspection is something that they should have flagged up earlier, or what do you make up of that building?
This I consider slap for the release is when they say the urgent risk assessment, because it was not urgent. By the way, if not so even self bloggers and first begin pick out that building. I think about 2 months ago it was Arthur Pierce. One day put on in Facebook page where be the drive, and before Arthur I think there was another person we posted again on Facebook. So by the way, if we talk about risk assessment, especially in terms of building management in this country, Akebu call close to 50 buildings them plus we need for be assessed, because even the NCIS buildings, SF we all put streets back, it's another concern. We get other buildings and SF we then had the same Walpole streets back way has to be watched. So the question comes is, I think it's appalling that now only way the constant berating of that particular building there on social media make NDMA. For me, that's what I see. Not so waiting that they tell me, because here is a building where don't they from where as it was 2015 where the last that was 2015 it was where the last paint that building day where the building,
and that building before that same day, in fact.
Exactly.
That is over, and 10
even
years
it be
now,
there before that former Melcom building where be they close to them. Usai Milcom be the Comion. Usai be there. And these are the things we're saying.
Before even they make that Wilkinson Road day,
that building they don't begin dilapidate. Imagine from then 2020, I remember there was one time where me and Michael come off from me former classmate, the attended the university. We come off from college and we go take money at the bank. Now they tell Michael, I said this bank don't begin crack. That was 2020. So me they can't
5 years ago.
5 years ago. For me now only now they give them mandate. They might want use the excuse say by then we'll be there under the ministry and we'll not be get independent mandate. But the question is they have to do more, because me I be the expect, especially from the building collapse we will get from Eastern and then 2 building collapse. I be think say it should have been a mandate that NDMA for make a must for see how they can mobilize resources for me to begin observe most of them story building. I can tell you say there is a lot of building. Even if I go now one building, I don't forget the building in name per se, but I go there for go see one boy where they be saying a graphic design. Why look the building? Why look the step? Why look the structure? Afraid for go part. Tell the boss I said they are can't meet me. So it's happening. I said I'm not going to say, but they are just come. Are they in a rush? I just use the excuse of being in a rush. I take what I for take from them and move them. But there are lots and lots of buildings them within this country where NDMA
waiting for me looking.
And may they not just look no more to the one where they bring to the 4 lights. May they SSF shock we for once and bring building.
Maybe the NDMA tell you that we are understaffed and all.
And I make I say may they find way for mobilize resources because it's equally important.
Okay.
You know anything go worse now for me begin rebuilding the collapse in town again after we don't hope and pray say the last sagas them will get in the early years not go for repeating itself again.
Okay, Mr. Sundu, how concerning is this one? Of course, you have done the past that building day. I sure see you must don't get 1 or 2 term for going to the bank and all that. At some point, in fact, I'll be go there for go pay fees for one of me family members and all. But NDMA is saying now, having conducted their risk assessment, that building is at the risk of collapse. The beams are on crack. And the 7-story building, if the people don't move out of that building, then there is a possibility that it will just collapse in one day, which will pray not happen anytime soon. So, do you think this is something that they should have done a bit earlier, or now after the public there is some concern against that building? Now then they raise the concern.
I think my brother is following my pen. I like to take notes.
Okay.
Me, when I talk about the commercial bank, me don't take the IMC building already. I even take the Shaka Steven, the headquarter. Look at the headquarter for inside the commercial bank headquarter. Sierra Leone commercial bank building. Look how that building is for decades.
The headquarter na Shaka Steven Street.
Yes, you don't see the building, even though in a tile, you don't see how the outside is. So for me,
is this not the government bank?
It's a bank. It's a commercial bank.
I'm still wrapping my head whether they own that building or not. I'm not sure they are the owner of that building.
The one at
Wisconsin Road. I'm sure, and on rent agent.
Let me tell you, whether it is rent, whether it is owned by Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, most of them property, any property we see something bank do occupy, it could either be either under collateral or the bank either don't take them or they don't listen.
Okay.
But from waiting new investigation,
okay,
you know, I think either the bank manager they talk say they are not, you know, able to rehabilitate most of this building due to, you know, the finance we involve. They talk about somebody we will pre-finance them.
But this bank made the highest profit last year.
Fine. When at the candy, then say the one a company, for example, then a construction company where you go able for pre-finance, then go they pay bit by bit. You understand? When I passed at the commercial bank few days ago, my brother not feel good. You look at the bill itself.
When last you passed that bank day? This week you passed it?
I tell you, but I said this week. Every day I roots that one day.
Okay.
You understand? Okay. Every day roots that one day. Right? I tell you, then even the shield, you understand? They make shield to them put up for cover then side and the way the number one use on top.
So side anyway.
All side don't crack.
Including the side where we born.
Exactly. Now, talk about, you know, commercial bank. So you go get to ask yourself, with the kind profits we then can paste out profits before interest or interest before this every year that they post that one day, then you look at again, you know, the NDMA get for the National Disaster Management, you know, agency get for work very hard. That word for say they are under resource or understaff, you know, make any sense. We talk about, you know, bloated, you know, ministries, departments and agencies. For me, when government don't create thing, you know, particular, you know, institution and
some of them also they play the same role.
Now for let them do their work, right? And they talk about margins. We not collaborate. We get interministerial coordination. That's what they expect them for they do. Like even when they talk about the mayor, work with the relevant institutions, just like we're saying, you know, me brother will talk about now. Say why now? The question is work with the relevant, you know, institutions, interministerial coordination. So not only the commercial bank, go na the IMC building now Post Street. See that building the way don't crack. Me I can feel itself. As this until on left the past one day, we see like me I can make like say the thing one way. All side crack. The paints they far. You go to upstate house here and you they see that building there. Hey, but it's worrisome. And not to only that building there.
Okay.
Most of the building within town.
Now just that one day, in terms of the implementation, NDMA can go conduct a risk assessment and then go give warning, but people are still occupying. There was one time we then go do an assessment on a building around Charlotte Street. There's one building where they get severe cracks and all. And as I talk to you, people are still living in those buildings and all. The bankers are today, well, I'm not past it today, but I'm sure seated here that business as usual will be going on.
Sure.
And also, how do you think the NDMA should go beyond just conducting risk assessment, or it's about time that go into those places, close the building, and then flag them up to government and all, rather than waiting? I think it's about time and go to that level, because all the time we see them go and put out the report that we don't go to this building and so. What needs to be done after that point?
It's about mandates. It's about their mandates.
Or maybe they don't have the mandate.
Thank you. It's about mandates. Whether the mandates being given to them is really in that direction, which you can see, the agency have for do, they go then condom that area there. Use a condomized system by barricading the place. Outside people are going to say this building is at risk.
Okay.
Perhaps they need to know that. Then let's look at the mandates also. If the mandates give them foreclose the place, that is what we should be asking, because
unfortunately this question should have been answered by them, but yes.
But the best understanding back again, if NDMA law assumes they don't have the mandate, it's an assumption by the way, but I expect say therefore collaborate with council. Here comes in council, because council get the mandate for close the building, especially if you not pay you situate, they can withhold you building.
The mayor the last time they say building permit, not in the issue building
not
permit.
Not in the issue building permit,
but Ministry of Land.
But it's a property tax.
Pay your property tax,
thank you.
Your building will be closed. So they can work with that same mandate there and tell and say, bruh, FCC, this
maybe they are paying their maybe they are paying. I'm just saying, I'm starting as media. If they are paying their dues.
No, what you pay your list. Even if I remember one time video I will pay the list, I end up like reading the list agreement. That boku right where they can put front to you list. Inside they tell you say they get the mandate for foreclosure building if they see there is a risk. So that's a risk factor. If the fact say that building are considered safe for building, it has to be collaboration. Just normal like how Mr. Sondo say. They need for collaborate. The problem what they get with most of them
collaboration or
collaboration. It's a ministerial coordination.
The only time that they come for collaborating now, so tell our old press briefing, which me I can say now slap on most of them their face, because it's only on press briefing.
That is when something will happen, when disaster will don't take place.
You come back to that short.
We don't want for reach that point.
We have an urgent breaking news here. So discuss an international segment. The result is out now. So the Nobel Peace Prize don't be awarded to Venezuela, the opposition figure, when Maria Corina Machado. So describe him as a brave and committed champion of peace. So President Donald Trump unfortunately lost the Nobel Peace Prize, where he don't fought so hard for win, but he don't do marketing, but unfortunately he lost to Venezuela and the opposition figure. Well, congratulations indeed to them. And we see CNN already break the news way, and Donald Trump will not be happy with CNN, by the way. But let's leave that for the international scene. Today's World Mental Health Day. Before we look at the last story, today's World Mental Health Day, like I say, October 10 every year, and Salon can join the rest of the world for celebrate this remarkable day. We will try for reach on to somebody from the mental health department for tell we what this day mean to them, and also tell we with status as a country how damaging it is, how serious it is mental health because a lot of that has been something affecting the so many Sierra Leoneans. There are people going through silent trauma and all, anxiety, and sometimes it's difficult to be able to get lasting something on that one. So we are asking a question here: is mental health a call for concern in Sierra Leone? How do we handle this one and all? So let's start off quickly with Otin on this one. Canto Solomon Sundu. Is mental health a call for concern in Sierra Leone?
It is. It's a real call.
Urgent call for concern.
Urgent, because when we talk about people and young people and will see way through, and the only means where they think say na solution, na life, na rehabilitation, na for go end up on drugs. I think it's a call for concern, because mental health not only no more the sickness or the physical deformity where people can see, that's one part of mental health, but even the mindset self now another thing self we need to be healed. At times we need for do lots of what they call therapy sessions with young people, because we young people in mind where I talk to somebody, they tell me say the only way things say for escaping problem now for take one Daisy or take tramadol.
One tier, 2 to 5.
That's scary. And by the way, original, when I tell you, say the possible they tell me that they not even a university student, now high school person, and they tell me that they say, bro, why can I escape me pain? Like we study kinomona or life can one get to me one kind way. I don't they go take me 1 or 2 tramadol. Now high school bobo, now they tell me so. Me already done university. How about they tell me say na me only solution and but I say what happen to striking hard, go help you bra, try for CIU cable, just break that limit there, because I think for we some of the things them way help we. For me, will not break down or not go end up on drugs now, because if I go help them me bra clean, so then say are they done for cleaning house bra and they go done. I go done tire, and at the end of the day, I know say now for go home and go rest. After I eat, now for go home and go rest. Then think about what's going to happen the next day. I think they give up too easily. This has to be something that has to be integrated into the school curriculums. It's no longer a youth.
And sometimes we only talk about those things where the day come, where the week come. Now we get a conversation.
That has to be engaged at least if it's once a month or twice a month in schools, because now
public awareness.
Look the incidents that happened between them Prince William and the academician. Do you think them what they really go and fete and they broke bottle and then accompanied back and forth? Not to the mindset get problem. The thing say it's the only way out. They appalling when they talk about mental health, but people and fit to say now just the sick aspect. We talk about the one that we get autism. No, it's not that. It goes beyond that. Even if you were look normal, not they act normal, it's a mental health problem. It's something that has to be addressed. Now that we they fail for understand. Look who school picking and now things say for become arrogant now the best way for go. They come on yesterday the one bobo they try for fun and living, they pan clean salon, just normal for men or good thief. Then this school bobo in school uniform they tell the guy say, because I think the guy accidentally German. The word we come on he use a very abusive language in that treat. So that brother I say boys, I say you not even shame yourself say for the fact say you then in uniform and they talk so then I ain't come and say no blame man at the kind school they go they need teach them manners. So here comes in the question. That mentality the way that bobo they develop at that age, if he continue for think that way, he grows up and become arrogant and it's become a sickening problem, then automatically it don't become a mental health issue. So now so it can boils down, now so it can start. So these are something that we have to address as a nation. Not to think all the way always on mental health day. Kudos to the mental health people, the one that we're into mental health activism and all the one that they try for make sure say they bring forth that. But I think beyond the sick aspect of mental health, people have to beyond the physical sickness. When I'm talking about when they talk about the mental health illness, people have to talk about the mental mindset, because now the major problem where they lead to the sickness.
Thank you very much. Mr. Sundu, the theme for this year now access to service, mental health in catastrophes and emergency. That are the global theme from, of course, world mental health awareness. We put out that team day, access to service, mental health in catastrophes and emergencies. Now that team day that they celebrate with. But how concerned? We see so many people, so many happy faces now, but having conversation with them, pretty so many put fine pictures on social media, but again when you check their mind, they are sad, they have things that they are going through. What do you think can be some of the root cause, and how alarming is this mental, how concerning is this mental health, particularly in the space which you say earlier?
Well, you don't already hit on the issue, and me just to say, blessed memory Dr. Naim, if you can recall, it took few
the
years
famous
back.
quotation.
It talk say salon again for each term. We sit down one way or the other. We are mentally sick.
Was that a prophecy at
Well,
that time?
it is not. It's what is boiling.
It was a prophecy, and now a reality.
The Dr. Naim, blessed memory, go with scientific proof, and these are the issues. You even see Regina for cancel on a we discuss topic. I tell you, say send me the topic. I have to do my research on it before I come here. That's why when I come here, I'm well prepared for the topic of discussions.
Yes.
I don't just come around it. I speak what happened. This par outside right now, it be talking. It's a tango for original Sierra Leone. That means sick. Everybody, one way or the other, like we already highlighted. But it boils down again to the upbringing, and me one for bringing the social, aspects in it, right? We get what we call psychosocial counseling. I think, say, the Ministry of Social Welfare forgets them kind people in there. We they live now the world where poverty always there, the threat we. You get people who get relationship problem. You get people who get their own, home issues, marital issues. A lot of relationship problem they go on. And as me brother likely say, this thing therefore starts from the nurturing. Yeah, even though they talk about the home, but the school as well. We get for make sure say we teach, we picking them, as the saying go, catch them when they are young. Okay. Right? So for me, I read one of the experts they talk about, those who are in the rehab center, 90% related to drug. When I don't mention the drug, then I see when I mention 225, TM, and Kush. People just they take. That make me always want to know and say I can say another campaign. Now make her say
and
God.
Now even the woman now gets the ecstasy as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, these are all the mental issues. When you take something, you feel say. And one thing about drugs, when people don't know, I don't say this times without number. The moment you take them, you feel ease with your problem. The moment the drug, the addiction don't left the problem start fresh. And in fact, you go into fresh memory.
Is it because they are not getting the right message?
So that's why I'm saying we get psychosocial counseling bodyism. Now that we need. We need people and we're going to do the psychosocial work. Counseling people. What is wrong with you? What is happening? Even then rehab center already carry and go. They need then certain set of people where government will train, you understand. Within them, as I mentioned, the Ministry of Social Welfare, right? For the put people and say, yes, you because of your stress or always say we get post-traumatic disorder, something like that, you get forget somebody where they talk to you on certain issue. For example, you will see picking perhaps they don't lost in parents them at the early stage. Get who they take care of them. That picking on grab, worrisome. Go to the market. Picking where you go pull up country, they cow them. How they one way or the other, they enslave them in their own way. Where you see the street trade, so now all of this reason, yeah. So for me, I think say the government get for put the rights, thing in place. As I mentioned, the psychosocial counseling gave for the part of the Ministry of Social Welfare.
Okay.
And then one except where they take the drug. I want for use this opportunity for telling say drug. Now when you take them, you problem it minimize for you, but when the addiction done, they go back. People can say, well, me they want for advocate for cannabis sativa. We don't born and see, cannabis sativa. Not destroy nobody. In fact, the world on the make a medicinal. If that is the case, we put it into. And I'm telling you, because then people are when me brother talk about, they go work. Let we create like this fit Sierra Leone business. It will say you go employ, take most of them people and they carry and go to farms. Build and farm up. You understand? Usa you go put the Manchester this, put that. What's it take today for build? Then make shifts. Now then tomorrow boom. Now then we'll talk about Bunda P areas. You talk about Cambia. You talk about Rukupu. Then side and day like what they see. When I go build inside and day, when I let the people in the work every day. Why would man believe in hours work? Now for them not become burden.
That brings me to the question before even though we have better time. But do you think it is because there have not been enough jobs out there for our youth? Because they are idle, I make some of them into this, into the various form of drugs, idling and all, and involved in one of the things that really hinder them future.
Yes, I think say this all. I tell you, but I'm not mentioning joblessness can make you go into that kind of stress. You know, get what they cancel you. You know, get what I will tell you. So, not go into drugs. You understand?
Just like the scripture says, yes, mind is the devil's workshop.
Thank you. So,
okay.
We don't say all. So, wait till they advise them young people and people the way to go into drugs. Do ya drug not the solution for your problem?
Thank you. All right, they take we last story now outside the sector lead for the energy sector, Dr. Kande Koleim-Kelabi unveiled the roadmap for the Mission 300 energy project. Let's listen to some sound bites from him and then we'll analyze them very briefly and then we open the phone line and take on a call. Stay tuned.
The country energy sector lead, Dr. Kande Koleim-Kelabi, don't say something about Salone. They make it. Country they lost over 3.5% of in GDP every year due to the lack of.
We go actually take the right one shortly. We actually go take the right one shortly. Also, Dr. Kande Koleim-Kelabi unveiled the roadmap for the Mission 300 energy project. Let's listen to him now.
President don't tell we already after today, we go brief the parliament. This is not a project where now for one government, now for the country. This is a plan for 5 years or more. The timeline now from 2026 to 2030. So you need ownership from every administration. What you are shown in developing this, we do it together with the partners. What you mean about development? You know they just can, particularly this kind of program, say they throw in. It should immediately say you're not serious. The partner themselves they tell you say, oh really? Then we stop our money. This one is guaranteed. We did not do it out of the vacuum. We did it in collaboration with them. The MCC line from Solima to Freetown to Newton. Between now and 2028, then they do the feasibility study, they design, environmental impact assessment, then they work at the whole 200 and something kilometers for check each community. Till then they done at 2.5 years. By the time they begin build something at 2029, 2030, you see how they go into another administration. Another administration, they can say, I don't want to leave that line there. When I one line they can't free town. It's the same with some of the projects we have here. No government in their right mind will kick this out. They can't. There's going to be a lot of public education. HE don't give it that mandate. We're going to the district, the city, the councils to present this and show them what we should build in their area if these projects come forward. Yeah, we get now go with the go so for sign the one for Kamakwe, 40 megawatts. Then they don't do in the pipeline. We don't spend a year and a half for moving forward. IFC World Bank don't tell we already where we did it. They don't call we back yesterday and say minister for go sign. It's okay, Lord go back up. But they want to discuss further. So in fact, implementation is going to start right away. Yeah. So there's several projects where implementation will be pushing forward. Yeah. And the connections, they want to see the connections. So skepticism will do massive public education. We're going to go around the country with this. The same way we'll launch the National Development Plan, not also. National Development Plans in a 5 year will go around the country. President don't take that decision, but we want to be inclusive. It's a plan for the country. So opposition, ruling party then way they, but they know the parliament, then say all we want to talk to. Yeah, as a former MP, I know the value of that.
All right, so that has been the voice of Dr. Kande Koleim-Kelabi. So I be unveil the Mission 300 project and on talk say then go take them to all district council and regional headquarter town. Before I get me guess them for get and see on this one quickly. Now you can create your own bundle just the way you like it with the Orange You bundle. Choose how much voice and data you want. Talk more, browse more, it's all up to you. Dial star 889# now to build your perfect bundle. You can also get it on Maxit. Quickly, we don't get better time again, Mr. Sundu, but hearing from the sector lead and also the chairman of the Renewable Energy and Climate Change, Dr. Kande Koleim-Kelabi, talking as to how many years the project get for take, citing that it's going to be from now until 2030, and don't say it's a project with not only for this government but also opposition and other community stakeholders as well. Witness some of the things that we pick out from his statement quickly before opening the phone line.
What's I pick out from what Dr. Kande Koleim say when it comes then energy sector or money way for Sierra Leone, politics being drove all over the place. So a good way is cites the instance that this not there for only the bill government. It can be continuity in any other government we get for kind change administration. Yeah. So for me, a rollout say 5 years. He even mentioned the MCC where they come out from Sulema to Newton. I think say this not laudable project hold on.
So what a 40 megawatt project
and
for Gambia?
Yes, no, Kamakwe.
Sorry,
yes,
yeah.
My pen is here. So it's a Kamakwe. Yeah. So for me, these are laudable programs we would only say a fine for Sierra Leone. Me always don't they say we don't need utility lights. We need industrial lights. For example, if Kamakwe alone gets 40 megawatts for that area there.
Can this take us from the emergency power we don't provide so sustainable power now?
Well, this one, if we don't achieve all of this, it will
it's not the first time one is coming.
No, I'm coming. And not forget the press conference we tell you about 36% what they use now, where this will take into 78%. That's it. Now that's one.
That's why I'm asking if it's going to solve the problem.
So it will minimize. Imagine we are 36, then we go up to 78. This is not only for Freetown, now for the entire country.
Okay.
Meaning, let we tell them thank you, and may we make sure say the thing what they do, for example, then these are the sea transformers, somebody go to vandalize. But let the Ministry of Energy be proactive rather than reactive.
Right.
Then transformer they are. Like when we talk about job, but we make sure say we employ people into the security agencies where then we deploy and then transformer. Yeah, you understand? Rather than we every time they talk say we go forget if man them. Then these are just agree because and also we get for discuss that one day arrest of armed robbers them people away they go threat people them on all of them stuff then they we agree about Kush who's even they don't even put out Natasha in what's and called all of this they in it. Let we talk about the energy. Say the energy it will be better for we the Sierra-Leoneans.
All right, that kind of thing. This is not the first money, for example, coming in for energy. We talk about the MCC, or that from the other top, we talk about the CLG project. We for take the light from Liberia, from Ivory Coast to Salon. Liberia is benefiting from that now. I was there for 2 days, then gets non-stop electricity, and it's also reliable, it's efficient and all. That project, I understand some part of the provinces they benefit from, but up to now it has not been cascaded to the capital city. Mission 300 coming in with $2.2 billion dollars. We get the MCC, which is over $400 million. All this money coming in, can that solve the energy crisis that we have in the country? Oti, are you hopeful or optimistic?
I want to be optimistic like Mr. Sondu Naya, but
you struggle.
We as a journalist, we always struggle for being the optimistics of politicians. There's one good thing, by the way, Dr. Kande Keller say. He said if any other government come and plow the same route with the plow, they might achieve this one. But the question where the boil back in my mind is that will this government leave the funds where they don't put in for this project so that the next government will continue with them? That's the question a good journalist will ask any politician or anybody where they're in charge currently, because here comes in the catch. Even though I meant to understand last time, say at the starting phase of the project, which is 25, we're already gone, because this is
the Mission 300 project.
Mission 300. This is the second launch. This is not the first. This is the second one they do. So that means that the 25% don't go where they say now people they put the money for the assessment, which has already been done. So now here comes in the money being released to them and the roadmap for get along with them. The question we may always ask is that okay, if these governments go, will the next government can commit the same money for me to continue the project, or will they come and tell us that the certificate for it fresh new amount of cash for make sure say
they get through this project?
For governance and continuity.
It's continuity, yes.
Governance is continuity.
Which each and every one of we they expect, but at the same time, they get difficulty with continuation, and that continuation at times, now they be a problem with everything where they go. Because that government go come and go say, okay, this is a good map, okay, yes. Then don't start for them. Assuming say they left. The next one come. Let's say it's not the same party, it's the opposition party come in power. Will they continue the project? Will they meet the money there we're supposed for carry on this project? Because Regina, correct me if I'm not wrong. Now almost we talk about almost $2 billion project.
$2.2 billion.
$2.2 billion project. Now they do it. So minus the other money that will come where we not add to the 2.2 billion as of now. So the question is, will they meet the money? Will this project be complete according to how they don't put them on the roadmap?
Let's take a few calls now. Hello, good morning. Name inside the call you from?
My name inside the call from Central.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I the action do. I don't know if you ever hear about the coroner's office. These are people's life. If you ever read the Mary letter, I will tell you, say this not just one of them body are the elite and a free town which decide to go beg them. Because nobody get that will just think body go beg with town, do possible thing. And we're not there at war, neither we get epidemic or whatever, we will enjoy they die at mass. So for can't begin to put blame, say the mayor supposed to do this. That's not the mayor's responsibility. That responsibility, those years when they grow up, every day within the police or the Internal Affairs Ministry. When in fact, if people are not do their work, not mayor they blame. We'll talk about central government and get the establishment and they. And then ministries, departments, and agencies for do themselves. They not do harm. You not go blame mayor for that too. Then you talk about Natasha Beckley in notice that a wanted person. But I know one day when I talk about to Mark Sheriff whether it's an wanted person.
We not actually in other parts of side. So in other parts of we topics that we'll discuss today. Please we go find time for and discuss. There is a lot of things that they will get for do with that particular. Story day before ever we come and discuss them. Let's take a few calls. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. Pamusa.
Yes, sir. Nam.
Okay.
And what are the type of talk? Una thank you, let God bless you now.
Yes, sir.
And at least my brother concerning Dr. Naim, one time, at least in him. He said he can see somebody came home, he kept picking the dress fine, he go to office. As he left the house, peace in the house. After he come, then problem don't come. All man they go silence. So for this, one line of the day. And what are the try for talk now, yeah? And then they frustrate we. Believe me, then they frustrate we. And this can make man they lost his sense. Because all the time when they think too much, now this they make man they lost sense. Man don't go trust microcredit. You build this up, then you broke them. I go feel how that man they day. That man they frustrated. Then the microcredit people then go there behind them people then they the day of the hand, even the people then go the ending for escape na the city. Then the family then they now left they now cope on this goose business. You know, I know they attack nobody, but the thing, the business, you they make profit. Then you home they go through. Then if they damage another home, what I go glad you don't burn it you don't full grow. Then the Ubra and they today not treat like how then they so. You may not say what they do so you not fine. So for this, I want the government step in for saying no to drugs in Sierra Leone.
Thank you, Pamusa.
That are the type of talk to God, but we all frustrated.
Thank you.
By police, by broken table, by broken shop, you know, go meet man in business, attack, load and a motor car, go with her. Hey, boy. No.
Pamusa, thank you. 079994993. Please, low keep 1 minute so that we will get more calls in the program. Hello, good morning. You must call me from.
Yeah, good morning. This is Bakar from.
Yes, Bakar, go ahead.
I just want to ask question at the studio. The panelists able to tell me how much airports we get because the Eribo old one with the Eribo new one. Then number two, this project we can the Yumkela they say. The project we say from the old president, we now the former president and his by Kuruma. It be there in line for let all this thing happen, all the thing that all them we don't do. Like where soon do they say governance are continuity. But when this government come and tell we say they don't meet light, everything shattered and battered. So if they were there and tell we, then they even tell you about the ship. They say they don't change the way they arrange. Now na different arrange. But where do they see? The tariff them then too high for the people them. First time would they go buy 50,000 credits, would they get 50 units and above. But now if you go buy 50,000 credits, then go give you 10.5, 10.3. So sustainable light this way we they talk about. Waiting at the hope for we the ordinary people. This is not my question. Thank you.
Thank you, Bakar. 079994993. Let's take few more calls and then come back now to the studio and discuss a few things and then we wrap up. Hello.
Yes, good morning. Epic Radio.
Yes, morning.
Noah Kisi.
Yes, Noah, go ahead.
Thank you. I want to address this drug issue and the mental health.
Okay.
I will start with the mental health. The problem is don't purely to the government. When the economy is down, like any country, everything is wrong. Every proposal is wrong. Every ambition is wrong. So if government will address the economy, be sure the mental crisis will increase because the economy will affect everybody. Nobody will exempted. Okay. Drug abuse. Now, a solution for the economy, make people in the proper drugs. Now a way out. The youth, they're hopeless, they're unemployed, they don't get families, they live in the street, they don't go to school. So then they use drugs as escapism, as a way for solving the problem. So now we pay the price. The last one about the government corporation, NDA and the other one there. They never work as a team. It's unfortunate. 3 years to go, the government, everybody just do what you for do.
All right, Noah, let's take another call. 0799949993. We review the biggest local stories of the week, and let's take this call. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Benjamin Kulufam.
Benjamin, yes, you're coming very dull. Please speak a little bit louder.
Sorry, yeah, maybe get me clear now.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, from Kulufam. I just want to put the voice on two areas. Then number one, concerning the building, then we no see them no they go on well. I want to say that you build they under attack, in the sense that you find out every floor that you building, then they fix tile. They fix tile in every floor that you building. One day I go see every building they fix tile, but then don't go to the book of that particular foundation. They wait till they carry. You say when they fix tile, they go with cement and sand and stuff. Those tiles are very heavy. Number two, go to immigration building, telling this now. The one building, they leak water. And when you leak water, tell me the truth, at the end of the day, it gets for fall down one day. So they ask the government, one building, let them go do a research to the front of the building now. What did they carry? Because every floor, I'm talking to you, then they put tile in there. Then they put tile in there. So with that, if you see, they carry more weight. And then they put other things, they can make it safe. They come in all over, all the time. So let me look into that. Please, that's the one for sleep. Let me leave.
All right, thank you. Let's take a few more calls. 0799949993. Okay, there's a caller on the line. Let's talk to him quickly. Hello. Come on here, radio, please. Yeah.
Good morning, Regina.
Yes. Oh, Commander Jibo.
Regina, today I'll be one of the happiest here. I don't forget you. Regina, you took just away again on radio. Me man, why comment for Watalo? I want to kudu. So to make I ask you, you think this schools, this not so they talk? Now, Major, you will do anything but this is for big collective responsibility. What the NDMA? What in this affair? You name them. Tell me, brother, I can't alone. Regina, why they talk to you? Me ask you, they bleed. Any day, a lot of fine number, then they die. But I'm not. Why Commander Jibo they report for Watalo? How the system matter? 19 and the municipality, some community they don't make it spell. You don't talk about Benjo Sunu. And Sunu, you're a journalist. Anytime we talk on national issue, don't know they draw politics here. Regina before I you. Can they do Mikela? We say born and then come out. This one you want to talk, that's a non provider. So if they go, they're not a voter. And government are continuity. Now that's always can talk. And we want let them be. If the government will continuity, we will see progress. Manager, I salute you for the radio. Tomorrow, thousands of Watalo, we are coming. Because I am the Pharaoh. Thank you very much. Regina, for having me. Me and Dr. Alaji Sheikh Commander Jibo. Tomorrow, 4 no day now. 1 no day. 3 no day. But now sentimental.
I love that. So tomorrow not to pour money. See tomorrow not sentimental. Let's take calls. Let's take. Hello.
Good morning, Reginald. Ryan Ojukutu Soya.
Yes, concerned citizen.
God bless.
Vice Chairman, right? Epicolis Corner.
Yeah, God bless.
Okay.
Concerning the push, you know, it shows that this government will do something. This is clear, I mean, it's emergency and do something. I mean, I don't know the youth and the president say he will try for create about 5,000 jobs for. I doubt if you go able to meet 1,000 job then they. You know, because it's so sad for me. Watching bad time this push. Now, yeah, we get the pharmacist or dispenser, and now they get a lab. Now, yeah, then the manufacturer, then they make them. Government get for come, do something for putting incentive. The government say anybody show outside and they make push with a 3D 500,000. Yeah, I mean. You go see where them go get rid of them factory, then they can get for do something for get limit of this thing for stop and then if it's not so now haywire we'll get for lost all we use them because most of them have lost hope. Away from that, hell is made meant for see its root. The hottest part of hell is kept for those who see its root. And
keep silent.
Let the devil be ashamed. You know, I mean, no reason for blame Mayor. Mayor has done everything. We know even the function for making the voice some of function and to remain a responsibility. We know what thing happen. Now, Sierra Leone we all born. For make people get in at the street, they try for cast blame on the mayor. It's disheartening. I got to concern. Thank you.
Thank you. 3 more calls I will take and then come back to manager for discuss on few things that we need for know. But the event tomorrow and then we'll draw the cutting down of the program. Hello, good morning.
Pure Chief.
Yes. Suleiman. Yes. From the community book fees, yeah.
Man, constantly now it won't balance me. Constantly, I don't call you there. I'm not able to get you. Listen, Commander Jibo. Next day, boy, they call so. Put your radio don't side and for make you find one and tell you thank you about your chief. Now that's no more call for.
Alright, Levan, thank you. 079994993. 2 more calls and then come back now studio. Let's take 2 more calls. 079994993. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Reginald.
Yes. Oh, Abuloko, Central One Media One.
Yes, sir. Central One Media One.
Yes.
Reginald, what they say? We said today now World Mental Day.
World Mental Health Day.
Yeah. We need large sensitization. But this will not see nothing like Nawandi. You know, and the problem is where the people of the country they encounter when a mental problem. They don't see, especially now the offices them. The offices them, they forget people where they cancel workers them. You know. The offices and get the highest amount of people with mental problem. Believe, if they see someone wear coat and a tie, and not they think good. You know, he get mental problem. Even for do good in work like office, and not able for do them. So the offices them they are now the fleet owner. Some of who can go work on offices them. We see how them workers and they work with people where they go there. You know, it's not correct at all.
Okay.
So they are the office them, made them fair, cancellers them for the council workers them. You know, just like waiting and on talk, Dr. Naim in on time, Omega 75% of the population will get mental problem. They don't see, I believe say now it don't go to 99% of Salon population with mental problem. So at least every week, if we need them people and the way they come now, they go to community. If we get projector, you know, then try, then they sensitize people them.
Right,
because the problem in Boku, all man has salon Chris.
Just one last lucky call and then we wrap up with the callers them. 079994993. The last person I will take for now. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes.
Concerned citizen from Congo.
Go ahead.
This coaching business, let's go to talk about me what are there. Most of them, so they like the OSD, also we do. If you see the way they can't smoke, OSD they can't smoke. They all gone. Well, this is back that way they see, so we'll get this name. Right now, they don't go to them at Congo Cross Bridge. Now they don't return it back. If I wouldn't return it, then say, then they go back now than this. You don't see? Then the other side, what about I talk about say, then they blow people and shop them. No. I believe say the government and we the people will get issue. Because if I not say I not for build shop here, I not get permit, why they go build permit? Then the government they see say then they come the authority and they see say they can't build now where they know say this man not get right. Why they not go put the man say not build at the water than they then the last one they are this light and this one ever tell we say and they fight for
for light. Now ship them go bring car. Thank you.
I don't take any more calls again. Quickly, gentlemen, before I can to we manager for talk on few other things. I appreciate if you do in 1 minute or less than 1 minute because time don't really they above reach. Sundu, you respond to the callers any final?
Yes, I think say people them for the listen because we'll not talk anything like blame game. We talk about interministerial coordination. I mean, a coordination I talk about now. That the mayor, the Ministry of Social Welfare, and the relevant Ministry of Internal Affairs for work in line. We they say why now? Because this not in the mentioned instances them way them for don't they work long before this time. We all in this country. We not consider we talk fallacies.
Okay.
Why now? We not to blame nobody because we all know it's an issue for we all. We don't make mention of how if you go on the streets, na nets, you will see destitute people, you will see people with kush, na you will see all kind of people with the traverse na net. That na call for government, and we still appeal to government that we need ministerial coordination between ministries, departments, and agencies for make we get this thing to rest. Right. It come to the job. You know, the post we talk about, we youth man them. That are facts. Because if the president talks, say, it will create 500,000 jobs for youth man them. And I make me even mention, say, the feed salo they talk about. Okay, able for go, we create them makeshift, take some youth man them, but if not then tractors, then thing and the way for make them machine them, you understand, teach them. Because the idle mind, not the devil's workshop. So for me, I don't think say we place blame on any other person. Okay, then on the OSD, you know, that not what they talk about. Now they no say if they catch you, if they do wrong, the IG now where they not get no nonsense. Right. In a strict sense. So say you do one, there is proof. They take you to the book and dismiss you.
Thank you very much. Name is Solomon Sundu, Executive Director for BFAM. Like and to Otin quickly, you respond to the callers that you want for left with you.
I want to apply in line with concerned citizen. Essentially important that each and every one of who we get to be on roles and responsibilities for play. You know, in as much as back with the blame government, but we also try for play with your own part.
Okay.
I'm talking about with the young people them. They will not see drugs as we end result. They will get that mind for strive hard. Life not ever easy. Life not get for be easy.
Okay.
The only thing you have get for doing a constant push, constant perseverance, because now the only thing that they get for keep you. If you know and do answer for yourself, do and for your poor mama we born you and bring you can at this world, and one for say you become a better person.
All right, thank you very much, Francis CWT, a journalist. Thank you. It's indeed a pleasure for getting to now the program.